I want to make sure that you're informed about one of the newest baits to hit the market, the Berkley KREJ. This bait is designed to take your fishing experience to a whole new level. I want to help you position yourself to take advantage of that new bait and potentially change the way you fish in certain situations. One of the reasons I started this channel is to help you put more fish in the boat. If you want to add some more tools to your mental tackle box, stay tuned. I'm going to show you the packaging that the KREJ comes in. You see right here where it says FFS on the packaging. This means the bait is optimized for forward-facing sonar. If you don't have forward-facing sonar, don't worry, you can still utilize the KREJ. All FFF's optimized means it's going to help you catch the fish you see on the screen. And not only is the bait designed to be seen better on forward-facing sonar, but it's designed to catch them as well. Toward the end of the video, I'm going to go over a current problem I see with the KREJ and some applications the bait can be used in, so don't miss it. Okay, let's take a look at the KREJ. As you can see, it looks very similar to a regular jerkbait. The bill is turned upwards compared to a regular jerkbait, and the line tie is at the tip of the bill and not on the nose like a traditional jerkbait. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, KREJ is jerk spelled backwards, just like the bill design. But let's take a look at a regular jerkbait, right, compared to the KREJ, right? See the difference in the bill design? The KREJ is pretty heavy, actually. You can throw it a pretty good distance. It's weighted, so it actually sinks. There's two weights in the chamber. One weight is at the front, in front of the treble hook. The other weight is at the back of the treble hook. The weight causes the bait to shimmy and glide backwards, in a motion kind of like this. And it will sink all the way to the bottom if you let it. When you work the KREJ, it actually rises, right? Because of the unique bill design. When you retrieve the bait, you're going to get a lot of side flash. Because of the weights in it, you're going to see a lot of the top and the belly, which is going to cause a flash. One of the problems I got when I always use jerk baits, when I would find fish on my graph suspended about 12 to 15 feet in water, and sometimes I just couldn't reach them. And the only way I could get close to them is to cast a country mile, use light line, modify my hooks, and add weight. The KREJ to the rescue. The KREJ will allow us to reach the depth the fish are at, and then position the bait behind the fish and work it upwards above the structure or fish. And that way, it's going to allow the anglers to take advantage of seeing how the fish react to the lure on their forward-facing sonar and make a presentation in ways that they haven't been possible to do it in the past. The angler can work the bait upwards, which would result in the bait imitating a fleeing bait fish, or they could pause the bait, give some slack line, and watch it glide back and shimmy backwards toward an advancing fish, initiating a reaction bite. The beauty of the KREJ is that you can keep that bait in the strike zone a lot longer than you can most lures. That way, you can work the bait in front of the fish several times until they react. Right now, I've only seen the KREJ in one size, and that's the 100, which is 4 inches in length. Some of my favorite colors of the KREJ are Blue Vapor, Hanky Panky, and Stealth Shad. I traditionally like translucent lures. I was able to catch a nice spot on Lake Norman a few weeks ago on the KREJ. It all started when I located a brush pile on my graph, and there was a bait ball pretty close to it. I was thinking to myself, this might be the perfect time to throw that new KREJ. I wanted to get the KREJ down there above the brush pile and try to yo-yo it, a few times, back and forth. After about 15 seconds, I saw fish basically come out the brush pile, boom, instant hookup. I wanted to try to get some underwater footage of the KREJ, but the last couple of weeks, we've had a lot of rain and the water was just too muddy. I can see countless applications the KREJ can be used in, like suspended fish, docks, undercut banks, the edge of grass lines, brush piles, like how to utilize it in. I believe in what I call resident fish. These fish usually stay in one general area all their lives because they don't have to go anywhere. They have everything they need. I bet you a steak dinner, most of these resident fish have never, ever seen a jerkbait gliding back under dock where they live, going toward them, where they hide at. One application I can't wait to try is for schooling fish. I know y'all probably saying there's so many, other baits out there that are better at catching schooling fish. But I know all of you probably have experienced it. What I'm talking about is those times when they don't seem to be biting anything on top. In times like that, I pulled out a drop shot or shaky head and had pretty good success on catching them from the bottom. Because once they come up, they go right back down. I think the KREJ might be the answer. I just thought of something else I'm going to try with the KREJ. Fish on the bed. Not saying it will work, but if it does, it could be deadly. If you can think of any applications that you might use the KREJ for, please leave them in the comments. That way we can spread the knowledge. And like we say at work, best practices. I consider the KREJ 100 size more of a finesse technique, and I use a spinning rod setup on a straight fluorocarbon line, usually in the 10 to 12 pound test range. I will probably use a bait caster if they come out with a larger size version of the KREJ. I see the KREJ being a very situational bait that can be outstanding when used correctly. If I didn't believe in the bait, I wouldn't have made the video and basically recommended it to all of y'all. I definitely think it's something every bass angler should have in their arsenal. Make sure you get on board so you don't get left behind. The only problem I can see with the KREJ right now is that it's almost impossible to get your hands on one. Most places are sold out. So if you are lucky enough to get your hands on some, make sure you stock up. I'm going to ask something new from the people who are watching this video right now. If you would like me to answer questions related to bass fishing, shoot me an email at realtalkwc@gmail.com. Once again, shoot me an email at realtalkwc@gmail.com, and I will try to answer it online in my next video. If you got even a little value out of this video, you know what to do. Set that hook on the subscribe button, drop me a comment so I know I'm giving you the content that you like. Tight lines, everyone. Check out my next video. See you on the water. Out.